What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the EU4 Super States AI only battle. There's no wars going on at the moment, but I'm sure there will be really soon. The states, slowly and slowly, we're getting down to having fewer, although Idaho just came back to up the number a bit, but yeah, they're getting bigger. Well, some of them are getting bigger, not all of them. But obviously the last video we saw some crazy stuff. The last couple of videos have been pretty crazy, some huge wars, and we saw the first real time that Cascadia here, or what was formerly California, be called into stuff that involves Texas, Florida, Wisconsin, New York, etc. The other sort of powers of the map, and dang, Cascadia. Here it seems they are similar to New York, but I think they are just like the next level above them. Like, I know they seem like on development stuff like that, they might be similar to New York, but in terms of military strength, Cascadia is far and away leading at the moment. We saw them come in and just obliterate Wyoming, and then obviously they went on to do some good damage, did some damage to Texas, and obviously we saw then Texas, who made the use of the advantage that only they have really, which is that they can just grab land from Mexico whenever they want. Basically, they can just attack any of these guys and win, and they took advantage of that afterwards to sort of heal a little bit, help the wounds heal from that defeat. What are they looking at now? Yeah, so it's gone up from 490% when Cascadia was here to 542%, so they must have taken quite a bit of land. So yeah, obviously an angry Texas, that was their response. But still no wars at the moment. There's a big one going on in Europe. But yeah, it's intense. We're heading towards 1700 now. It's 1683. And let's just have a look at Europe while we're here. Great Britain is here, doing incredible. Castile is all but gone and now full of noble rebels. Even France isn't doing that well with Britain here. Hungary is still huge. Lithuania huge. Ottoman's pretty big, and they're actually invading the Timurids right now. And obviously there's Aragon, who have, they've actually recovered Aragon for the most part, but it's still called Aragonese Iberia for some reason. And then Scandinavia has formed over here. Don't know why I said that in such a weird way, but Scandinavia is here, formed by Sweden. Denmark is just about still here. One province remains, but yeah, a big old Scandinavia just to make things. I don't know, they're not on the Great Powers list, they can't be that strong. Although saying that, you never know. Texas are on there now, currently in 8th. The Bahmanis looking pretty strong in India right now. How many wars would it take? Yep, 584%. Jeez. Victoria is winning the Australian battle. West Australia is falling. Tasmania is still here. France have come and taken a load of New Zealand away from Portugal. We're starting to see some more islands now. New Guinea being colonised as we speak. Okay, this is what the rest of the world is looking like, though, for anyone that was interested. Let's go back over here. Is there anything? No, there's nothing. Texas is dealing with some rebels. Texan peasants. It's only a 10 stack. They should be fine, and a 9 stack up there, but they'll be fine. I think Yucatan is now the strongest of the Mexicans, and there is 27,000 of them. Or the natives, whatever we're going to call them. The non-states of US or provinces. Was it provinces? I can't remember. I just called them states all game of Canada, but I know they're provinces or territories, something else instead. But, oh well. So the Alaska did recover, although they did lose a province to Yukon. And Yukon is actually guaranteed by Saskatchewan right now, so they'll be around for a little while. Who is this? That is Portugal, of all people. See, there's no Russia, which is kind of making things very weird. Muscovy is still continuing to colonize, and their independence is now guaranteed by the Timurids and Lithuania. So that might keep them alive for a bit longer, just out here. But obviously, this is probably good for Ming. I mean, I'm not an expert, but probably. Guys, okay, no wars. Oh, there was a war. The Nunavut nation, I don't know how to say it, but they're dead now. The white one, on border colour. There was 3. Nunavik disappeared randomly. The Nunavuts are still here. The Nunavisiuts, or whatever it was, they just had this province. Just got swallowed up by Quebec, who are doing okay. They're allied with Nunavut and New York. They've sort of recovered very well, Quebec. And how strong is that army? 38,000 men. That's not too bad, Quebec. What are you for tech level? 23. Military tech. Yep, that's the same as New York. Okay, so you're doing fine. You are doing just fine. There's a big old war. Okay, this is big. Florida is involved, so it's technically a state war. Britain attacked Haiti, because Haiti used to be British, and then it got lost early in the series. Argentine, British Peru, obviously Austria, Provence, Florida, and Yucatan v Haiti and France. So Florida involved in a European war. We've seen a few states, New York namely, getting dragged into these, and obviously Carolina as well. And this is what Florida's involved in. French Columbia is pretty big, but for the most part they should win. It may even be down to Florida to go in and take Haiti for them. That could be a thing, but Britain's here, and yeah, Britain should clear it up now, win this pretty easily. Yucatan's going to deal with French Columbia by the look of it too. So Florida probably don't have to do anything, but it looks like they might be transporting some troops because they have too many over here. So yeah, they're going to go help, which is nice of them. Nice Florida. France is also in a war with Castile as well, so that's not really going to be too helpful. Oh, Texas is going after Oklahoma and Missouri. It's an imperialist war. Texas seems to have been triggered by that war, especially obviously it was helping Wyoming, didn't go too well, and now Missouri and Oklahoma could be in trouble. So we'll see how the other states respond to this. Cascadia still only have Saskatchewan, Manitoba, but you know, if you trust them, stick with them, I guess. Wisconsin have some good friends. I just want to highlight this. Let's have a look what Wisconsin have. There you go. So Indiana, Acadia, all across the map. Nevada, Manitoba. They are some good allies across the board. But yeah, Texas probably going to win this pretty easily. Missouri's definitely not what they once were, and it looks like Texas just absolutely obliterated whatever army they had. They've got a few thousand men left up here now, so that's not good news for them. Is this going well? Oh, okay, French Columbia is being destroyed. Florida is down here with Yucatan doing a job. Haiti is already under their control, so imagine Britain. Only 27 war score though. Don't know how. Oh, and Texas called Florida in to that war with Oklahoma. Not that that matters. I mean, Florida can offer there is a war going on. How did I not see this? New York and District of Columbia v. Delaware and Carolina. New York calling in the District of Columbia. I don't know if they'll grab anything, but it's a war for Delaware, so I imagine New York will take that. But yeah, I mean, District of Columbia here giving everything to New York. Straight away, could be Rip Carolina. Delaware's still here. Still trying. Did you guys just get separate pieced? No. I wonder what was going on there, but nothing, obviously. How are you doing, Texas? They're being slow. I mean, Florida aren't really helping. They're actually giving land to Florida, who haven't actually done anything just yet, which is quite impressive. Oh, but Florida are sieging this. Oh, Missouri have managed. Well, together they've come up with a 25 stack. That's not going to do much against the 110,000 men that Texas can throw at them with Florida combined. Carolina is now fully under New York's occupation. I imagine we'll see a separate peace deal, because this is going to take a while, this siege for Delaware, who are actually sieging. Oh no, they're just hiding in this last little bit. Wait, did they change again? No, it's still Delaware. Why did it? I saw. Oh, Delmarva. Yeah, they were here for a while, but they disappeared again. And yep, Texas is going to probably finish off Oklahoma. They have 100 war score actually, because they separate piece Missouri. So yeah, I expect that Cascadia is in a war with Yukon and Saskatchewan, so that alliance is over. But they do have Manitoba, so this could be a pretty bad time for Saskatchewan, who obviously, I think it was a war against Yukon. Yeah, it was against Yukon, who obviously they're defending. They've been dragged in, which has broken that alliance up, so Cascadia will need a new friend. Don't know who they'd go for. Nevada would be the obvious choice. I don't know whether they like each other or not. Nope, Saskatchewan, so probably not the greatest friendship there. And Oklahoma is gone. Texas grabbing all of it. And Missouri got away with that one, but they lost an ally. They're still allied to New York and Carolina. Carolina, who are no longer really in existence. They have 2 provinces left, plus any colonial stuff. They have the Bahamas, for example. But New York took a ton, and they took Delaware out too. Because they've been quiet for a while, New York, but bam, there we go. See, that could lead to a coalition. Florida is angry. In fact, I think it will probably lead to a coalition. Because that was crazy. They just monstered Carolina, and of course, District of Columbia now have no escape. So as long as they can keep this alliance up, they should be safe. It may need to be dependent on Florida to save them. I think that could trigger a big war soon. New York might backstab District of Columbia, and Florida will have to come in and save them. And then obviously it will just be a one-on-one, which is where the danger lies. Britain calling in more people just to make sure. But yeah, both those wars are over. Cascadia, though, 27 war score already. Yep, Manitoba and them over here, and they're already sieging out Yukon. There is a battle though, and they are going to lose it, but it doesn't matter because they're 50 stacks about to arrive and crush Saskatchewan's army pretty easily. Let's see. Oh, no, maybe not. They're a bit confused on who to go after right now. Yeah, so straight away, Delaware's gone, Oklahoma eliminated. Quite a big episode on the eliminations. Carolina, all hope pretty much lost for them now. Idaho, did you make any friends? Your independence guaranteed by Nevada. Yeah, I think there's a good few reasons to see why Nevada will not be becoming friends with Cascadia. So maybe it'll have to be somebody else. I don't really know who it could be. Missouri's not the best at options because they seem to keep getting themselves involved in wars. Maybe Alaska, but again, they're not really going to help. I mean, you may as well. They don't need one. They'll be fine. How are they doing? 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th occupied by states. Texas is obviously on the list now. Florida was usually above them, and them not on there, but Florida's fallen off as Texas expanded into Mexico, and obviously now into Oklahoma, so maybe there's still hope for Texas. But at the moment, I think it's probably a race between Cascadia and New York. But obviously, there's still over 100 years, over 100 years to go. So there's plenty of time yet for things to change. Now, Manitoba are sieging this, or occupying whatever, they've got it. What's the war score looking like right now? Cascadia 73. That's not good. Not good for Saskatchewan, or for Yukon for that matter. And yep, their army seems to be destroyed now. And it just seems like they just need to go and occupy everything. And they'll be able to do what they want. Maybe we'll see Manitoba going even deeper. I mean, they're already pretty deep inside the US right now. Is there a coalition against New York? Nope, there's not. Oh, Cascadia gets a peace deal. It takes a big province here from... It's just... The war was against Yukon, but they only took land from Saskatchewan, although that might have been a separate piece. Yep, it was a separate piece. They're actually losing to Yukon, but that is not going to last, because they're about to obliterate them. But yeah, Saskatchewan losing land. Cascadia now with a huge chunk of Canada. California, who would have thought they would have gone on to do this? Now they're just relying on Manitoba keeping them alive, but probably going to take all of Yukon, I imagine. How close are you to coalition? Saskatchewan are very angry, but no one else is particularly bothered. New York, obviously, in a far more risk if Florida were to do one, but maybe they're a bit scared. I mean, Wisconsin... Okay, yep, Cascadia's font just became huge. Oh, there you go, that's a nice map. Yep, Yukon is dead. Cascadia, just letting the other states know this isn't over. As you can see here, development is just it's just a lead for New York. And that's keeping it pretty close. Texas are actually up to 7th now. They overtook France, but they're still a way behind. But yeah, I just think Cascadia are on top at the moment. They're in a much better position than New York are, who have to worry about Florida, Wisconsin. Even Quebec are sort of growing. I don't think that's a problem. I'm surprised Acadia are still alive, by the way. They actually now have an alliance with Wisconsin, which could lead... I think Wisconsin must be thinking about a war with New York. I mean, their allies are pretty strong. Indiana, Nevada as well, that's a good one. Maybe we'll see something there. Or maybe they're just worried about one, so Acadia would be a good distraction. Obviously Quebec would be a problem though, in that case, because we know they can probably quite easily beat Acadia. So it'll be interesting, very interesting to see what happens with all these alliances. What happens next. Obviously we saw Cascadia no longer have Saskatchewan, so that weakens them a bit. Manitoba didn't grab anything anyway, but obviously now we might see Manitoba potentially, I mean, they're allied with Saskatchewan, Wisconsin and Cascadia. They have got some great alliances, Manitoba. Either that or Manitoba are great and everyone wants to be friends with them. It's a bit of both. But I imagine maybe that alliance with Saskatchewan breaks down. They go after them themselves to grow a little bit. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw that. Texas are involved, the only state involved in a war. Actually, no. Okay, nope, never mind. Florida just declared war on Carolina, who called in West Virginia and Missouri to die, probably. Florida called in Floridian Brazil. I'll go find that in a second, because I didn't know it existed. Britain, Argentina, British Peru, Indiana, Texas. And Texas is also involved in a small conflict in Mexico. Let's quickly have a look. So Texas just quickly are involved with this war, but then Florida has sort of... Is this Florida? No, that's British land. This is British land. This is British land. Oh, here's Floridian Brazil. Oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't even been paying attention, but there you go. All of this green at war with Missouri, Carolina, and West Virginia, and Indiana could probably beat all 3 of them alone, so it doesn't really spell good for these guys. But that is going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.